While so many vehicles in the compact crossover world are going with hybrid options or smaller turbocharged engines, Mazda continues along with the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4 and a 6-speed automatic transmission. So while you might not be getting quite as good a fuel economy as some of the competitors, you do theoretically have a pretty reliable and straightforward powertrain. So what sort of fuel economy can you expect if you're just cruising on the highway? Tonight we find out. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test on the 2026 Mazda CX-5. In this test, I'm going to head out on the highway and do 50 miles out and 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour, to get a realistic fuel economy number for this compact crossover. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Yes, all new for 2026, the Mazda CX-5. Like I said, still coming with the same powertrain from the previous generation of CX-5, but with new looks, new tech suite inside, and some new packaging. So if you do want to see more on the car, check the link below. I've actually already spent over 650 miles with it on an extended road trip, so I'll have my thoughts along with the standard pros and cons from the week with the car in our full review. Then I also have a dedicated review of the 12-speaker Bose sound system, so you can find that linked below as well. Now, why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this CX-5 30 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are plenty of people who do big miles on the highway and would like to know what sort of numbers they can realistically expect here in the real world. So in order to test that out, I'm going to head out to the highway here at night. I'm going to fill up, go out and do those 100 miles, come back, fill up at the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method, and get a result. Now, a few things to note for the test. Outside temperature should be somewhere in the low 60s, mid to low 60s as we're cruising in the evening. Our tire pressures are going to be set to their door placard at 36 psi cold, and I'm going to run the climate control at 73 degrees auto. So with all of that out of the way, let's head to the pump. We are all fueled up, put in just about 3 gallons of fuel here into the CX-5. Before we get started, we're going to reset our trip computer. Gonna start the GPS, get the climate control set at 73 auto, and we're ready to begin. Now we do have a few different drive modes here in the CX-5. We have normal, sport, and off-road. We're just gonna be doing this test in normal. I'm gonna take it nice and easy over to the highway. It's about half a mile away, and pick up the test from there. Small side note, somebody complained in the comments once, months ago, that I should keep the climate control at where I really use it, which I think he was insinuating that it was something like lower temp, lower fan speed. And that's true. I do often run that, but as you can see right here, I was already on 73 auto. 73 auto is what I do run if a car has adjustable fan speeds for auto. If it's just one fan kind of control, then typically turn it down. But in this car, you can do low fan speed auto, which means the fans never get that loud. So I can just leave it at 73 and forget about it. Now, the goal of this test isn't to hypermile. We're not trying to get the best possible fuel economy for this car, but rather a realistic figure. So in order to do that, we're getting up to highway speed here at a reasonable pace. And we're going to set the cruise control to a GPS indicated, oh, did all of my screens just go away? Huh. Great. That's good. That's good, Mazda. I don't need to know my speed all the time, and I don't need to have my center infotainment. This wouldn't be difficult at all if I were navigating or anything. Am I going to get my infotainment back on this test, or am I going to have to pull over and shut the car off? Are you going to entirely invalidate this highway fuel economy test run just because of your poor infotainment? There we go. All right, we're coming back. It's all right. It's not the first time that something like this has happened to my week with the car. Anyway, looks like 71 on the dash. Is that giving us 71 on the GPS? Let's see. 70, 69. Telematics malfunction. Have the vehicle inspected. Okay, great. What? What was that? Is that from the car? Guys, I'm not looking forward to this. I hope it goes okay. Alright, well, 71 on the dash seems to be giving us 72 on the GPS. So we're going to dial back down here to 70. And that's giving us 71 on the GPS. Alright. Initial highway impressions. A little bit of a cheater on this one because I've already done 600 miles on the highway in this car. And I can tell you it's quite quiet, rides quite well. So no big surprises, but I will report back to you with my findings after this test and sort of talk about the active lane keeping and seat comfort. So with that, let's continue on. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the 26 Mazda CX-5. This is a nice place to be on the highway. It's quiet, it's comfortable, seat, not aggressive bolstering or anything like that. The seat bottom is a little short, but I think that's going to be more accommodating for drivers of all different thigh lengths. Good squishy places for your elbows. Like I said, I've spent a lot of time already in the cabin here and I've been comfortable the entire time. Also, rougher section of road here, and it's taken the bumps quite well. Fuel economy, not quite as impressive. We're looking at 31 miles per gallon according to the dash readout. Why is it a Prius going slow in the left lane? Come on, buddy. Try not to fit the stereotype so hard. Oh, just float over. That's not a bad figure, but it's certainly not impressive either for an entirely new generation of vehicle. We'll see what the pump gives us when we calculate our final numbers there. Tack shot, we're looking just a little bit over 2,000 RPM, maybe about 2,200 or so. It's a pretty small tachometer, so it's tough to see exactly what we're running there, but you don't really hear the engine too bad unless it's got a downshift. The active lane keeping overall works pretty well. Now, I did have some issues during my road trip where I was looking away, admittedly, looking at the screen, adjusting settings, playing around the settings menu, and the screen, or the active lane keeping didn't give me an audible alert for not paying attention. It simply stopped and turned off and started slowing the vehicle down, and even when I put my foot to the floor of the accelerator, it wouldn't accelerate for about 5 or 6 seconds. So that was frustrating. Didn't have that here tonight. Usually when you have your hand off the wheel, you can see it's just keeping us nicely in the lane. And then after about 10 seconds, I'll get a little yellow flasher coming up on both the head-up display and the gauge cluster. Right there. And then if you don't touch it for about another 5 to 10 seconds or so, and get that little chime and the red. And then you can touch the wheel. Continue on. Anything else? Sound system's good. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm going to get it back to the pump here. We're going to top it off with fuel, crunch our final numbers. We put in a total of 3.218 gallons back into the tank here. So 100.3 miles traveled by 3.218 218 has given us, okay, actually pretty darn accurate here with the vehicle's trip readout, or yeah, the trip computer right here, the dash, 31 miles per gallon here for the CX-5. They're all-wheel drive, so CX-5 all-wheel drive in the Premium Plus model. A number that's fairly in line with other compact crossovers. I mean, again, the leaders like the RAV4 and then the CR-V and stuff, you're going to be up, especially in the hybrid ones, Atkinson cycle and everything, you're going to be up in the mid-30s. But the Tucson all-wheel drive, the 2024 model that we tested, that one got 32. So, again, it's not a terrible figure by any result, or by any means. It's just not super impressive either. Got a 15.2 gallon fuel tank in here, so 15.2 times, 31 miles per gallon is giving you a healthy 470 miles of highway cruising at 70 miles per hour here in the CX-5. And something I haven't talked about at all in this test, but I talked about in the last CX-5 we tested, which I should also check to see how well that one did. But the last CX-5, I think the turbo, is that what it was, had cylinder deactivation. No, that was a carbon non-turbo. Has cylinder deactivation. I'm assuming this one does as well, but let me confirm. So we ran a 2025 with the same exact powertrain. Plenty of newer last year. That one got 30 MPG. So all right, 31. Pretty much a margin of error there. Not too surprising to be getting the same. I'll have to do a little bit more investigating here after tonight. Let's just take a quick look at our VIN. See if it has an M or an L, because I believe one should tell us if we have it or not. I don't know if that applies to this 26 CX-5 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it does not apply to this one. So, yeah, I will. I'll confirm that and put here below if it does or does not have cylinder deactivation. It'd be nice. That would be one nice thing. Nice if it doesn't have it. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the new CX-5, check the link below for all of our coverage. And we will see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.